On to some disturbing new information about the arrest of that South Fulton football coach accused of sending one of his players to the hospital. Angelique Proctor broke the story, and she is here with what happened and what the charges that football coach is now facing. Angelique?
Well, good afternoon to you, Tom. This is a story that we have been covering since it happened Monday night. And what a major development this is, that this coach is in fact being charged. That is what many people in this community, many people who were there Monday night said that they wanted to happen. Now, the coach claimed he was teaching a football technique, but witnesses and South Fulton police didn't buy that story, and that is why he is now under arrest. Take a look there. You should have his mugshot. He is Jonathan Sagers, and according to the South Fulton Public Safety Director, he was a volunteer with the Old National Park. He was coaching with the Old National Knights and is actually known in this community as Coach Dread. Sagers has been charged with cruelty to children, which is a felony, as well as misdemeanor battery after South Fulton police say he grabbed this 12-year-old player by his shoulder pads and threw him to the ground. Now, witnesses told us that Sager and the child went in argument about how the boy responded to a play right before this happened. Sager told police he was showing that player a technique, but police again didn't buy that. South Fulton's public safety director says detectives took their time in this case, and this case is based on the evidence. Tom, do we not have that sound?
Yeah, Angelique, a bit of technical difficulties with the sound. What did Dr. Alexander say about the investigation here?
Well, he says that detectives were very methodical. They looked at video. They talked to everybody involved, including the coach, as well as the 12-year-old boy, and that they have some strong evidence in this case. And he said that this was, in fact, based on the facts of the case and not a lot of rumor mill. We had several people who were there who told us that they watched it, that they saw the argument between the coach and the boy, that they saw the coach take him to the ground. And the other thing that we learned today is that according to the arrest warrant, the coach apparently started taunting the 12-year-old boy once he was on the ground. And according to that arrest report, the boy was unconscious at that point. And as we have told you earlier in the week, nurses told coaches, call 911. A helicopter came in here and actually was able to get that young man to the hospital, the Arthur Blank Children's Hospital, a new facility in our area. And he somehow initially had no feeling in his legs, but came around and has been released and is now at home with his parents. But we did also learn that this particular coach, Coach Dread, as he's known in these parts, had apparently been arrested by Atlanta police on August the 29th, and those were some pretty serious charges. Police pulled him over for a traffic stop, and he ended up with drug possession charges as well as possessing a firearm, and even got an obstruction charge because according to Atlanta police, he left his own car and ran away from the scene. So all of these things, though, the athletic director or the Dr. Cedric Alexander wanted to make sure that everybody knew they did in fact vet Coach Dread, that he passed a background check in July, and these charges came up with APD in August. And of course, this incident with this 12-year-old player was just Monday night. But Dr. Cedric Alexander says this community should feel safe. These parents should let their kids come back out and enjoy youth league football because he says it is in fact safe.
So that was really my question, which you just cleared up. How does a person get exposed to coaching children when they have a record? But apparently that record didn't come out until a full 1 month after he was hired to be part of that coaching staff?
That is correct. In fact, the documents say that he had no criminal history prior to that July when they did the criminal background check. So he got these charges in August, and then this incident with this young boy was in September. A lot of parents, so, were very concerned, wondering how on earth should he be coaching young people, but that is how that happened. That's the timeline that we have.
All right, and obviously this case, Angelique, will hinge on witness accounts that night into what happened, and the boy's parents were there, as you reported, when this story first broke.
Yeah, and apparently the fact that there was that argument, that really plays into this a lot, because the coach was trying to show the boy something, and the boy was sort of disputing what the coach was saying. And witnesses have told me that the coach responded by taking him to the ground in the midst of their dispute. And of course, Dr. Cedric Alexander was able to confirm that, yes, they were in a verbal altercation. So this is just the kind of thing that a lot of parents around here say they just do not want to see.
And real quick, you might have already mentioned it, but the condition of that boy this afternoon?
Well, we understand that he is recovering, and we know that he is at home with his parents. His father is the head football coach of this particular team, and his mother is a football manager. So his parents are very much involved. He's very well known and very well loved around these parts.
All right, good information. Angelique Proctor with the latest on the injury of that South Fulton boy, the football player, at the hands, police say anyway, of one of the assistant coaches out there. Angelique, thanks.